Hello, everybody. Welcome to my sunset. Not too much going on in the sky. And I waited and waited. That we have all these clouds, so I thought they would come alive, but not really. But guess who's up in the sky? I was waiting and waiting for our new moon. And maybe I missed it last night. I didn't see it because it's more than a sliver today. But there's our new moon. Look at that. How exciting. Let's see if I can go really close. Our new moon. And probably in Capricorn. We're going into Capricorn. The sun's going into Capricorn. Moon's in Capricorn right now, I believe, maybe for our next few days or so. But we have a lovely new moon. Well, the moon was new Friday and Saturday. And today is Monday, December 23rd, 2025. And we are almost to Christmas. Those of you celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hanukkah is basically now complete once the sun sets. This was the last day, and it's lovely having this new moon to end our Zot Hanukkah, our last night of Hanukkah. So very lovely night. So even though we don't have too much going on in the sky, we do have this lovely color over here right under this lovely new moon that we have. So it is 5:55 at night, sunset time here in Arizona, which is in the United States, the southwestern United States. And that is about it. I made my, I didn't make latkes the whole bit of Hanukkah, I just made them today, so I did my duty of making some latkes, and they were pretty good. And I went on a lovely walk today, and that's pretty much it. And I'm drinking a lovely, lovely glass of wine. I believe this is 9-year-old wine, which we lucked up on. It was a lucky find to find this 9-year-old wine, and it's quite lovely. Best wine I've ever had, so very nice. We have a lot of dog activity all of a sudden. Hello in the chat, blog3v. I think you've been in my lives before, but hi, beautiful, good evening. Yeah, it is. It's really, really pretty right now. Lovely, lovely evening. And so if you've been here before and you come around these parts on other occasions, you know I like to talk about consciousness and all the things related to it. The work that I do is a mind, body, soul reuniting process. So I'm on my own inner journey, and as I go on my inner journey, I have different things to share. So if you don't know, I am putting together a 3-part hypnosis series that focuses on the mind-body connection and really landing that hypnosis deeper into the body. And so I'm working on part 1, and I've been working on it for quite some time, and I'm ready now. So my recommendation is to just do part one, the hypnosis, every night for a week, which I still hold to. But if you have the time and space to do an additional week, I would say, yeah, go for 2 weeks. But um, it's really up to you. You can do each one of the three for as long as you like. But the first one is difficult. I don't recommend, if you're not an advanced inner worker, I don't recommend doing the first one for too long because it's stripping away. Um, you're going through deep layers of self, and it can be difficult. I'll say that. So if you have the time and space and the support and everything to just dive into one and spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks on the first one, great, because the longer you stay in one, the more of that mask and the more of the performative behaviors you're going to extinguish, basically, or dissolve. Um, so yeah, so I wanted to spend a really long time in one just to get to the point where I'm satisfied. I feel like, okay, I've been in here long enough, time to go to two, which is the rebuilding phase. So I'm at that point, and I'm going to release number one and put that into um, the pre-sale for this series, so everybody can kind of go along the journey with me. So if you're identity shifting and you want something that is going to take you beyond just psychological, aspirational, motivational level and go to the final level, which is deep within the body, you want to pair it with something like hypnosis. And I really pride myself on my particular style of hypnosis, which is somatic. So if you're interested, that link is in the description, along with the link to my free app that guides you through inner work. There are a couple of audios in there as well, with the somatic therapy aspect. They're not hypnoses, they're different. You're to go through a series of movements, and those help to address your nervous system on a conscious level. It's subtle. It does work subconsciously as well, but it's not as um, quick as hypnosis is. It doesn't get as deep as hypnosis. So there's the hypnosis that's available at the link with the pre-sale free app, and you can do all the inner work that you want using that. But as I'm spending a deeper amount of time in number one, stripping away my masking, my over vigilance, and all of these types of things, I'm just so as you're doing inner work, you're really getting to know your inner self, your inner child, your core being, and you're maturing that core being. So if, depending on where you're at with your inner work and all of that, a lot of times we've abandoned that baby self at a very early age. And so you go through this process of maturing that inner self. And maturity is really the name of the game. So if that speaks to you, if you're a totally mature, sovereign, autonomous, authentic self, bravo to you. But if you're still feeling like you want to shift yourself into a more effective and authentic place, um, do the work in the app, which is totally free. And if you want something that is super deep and you have the time and space to do it, go with this 3-part hypnosis series. But it's a maturity process. It's spiritual maturity, if you will. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's see who's that. Hi, Rakesh. Welcome back. Okay, so blog. Wow, okay. Wow, you guys are going crazy in here. Blog TV, thanks for hopping in. I hope you enjoyed this sunset and my ramblings. Um, Emmet, Emmons, Ulf, Curry. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hello and welcome to my Sunset Live. I'm in Arizona. What state? I'm in Arizona. Big or small? I don't know what you're referring to. Hi, Rakesh. It's 6:30 a.m. Wow. Good morning to you. Good night for me, but good morning to you. I hope your Tuesday is going really, really well. Do you have a full moon? Or I mean a new moon? There's our new moon. If you didn't catch your new moon last night, then there is the new moon. New moons are so powerful. And I hope you're doing well, and I hope India is doing well, Rakesh, and thank you for coming back to my live. Show you something. Thanks for liking, Rakesh. Hi, Mark. And oh, okay. So Rakesh says, unless you become like a child again, you can't enter the kingdom of heaven. I agreed. But having a childlike nature and understanding childhood and being immature, those are two different things. And oftentimes, um, those two things aren't integrated. We haven't integrated that inner child self. So there's a hidden, that's part of what the shadow side is that unincorporated child who hasn't gone through the process of being fully incorporated, fully loved, fully shown the world, and they're largely ignored. And so you have to, and from my experience with just myself, my experience is that that inner child maintains the childlike self even through the maturation process. That inner child keeps its authentic childlike connection with God and all of those things. And so there is a dualistic aspect to it, um, with the consciousness and subconscious. So the inner child does have to go through a process of being recognized, being seen, and they grow up, but they don't lose that childlike nature. Ah, the dogs. But so when you're masking, when you're hiding yourself behind performance, you are neither. You're neither grown up, you're neither mature, and you're not the child self either. You're performing adulthood. And that's what I'm aiming to relieve people of, because that takes a lot of energy, especially for women. So for women, masking and performing and doing high level work, it's very draining and it's very damaging to the nervous system. And so I think women feel it first, that lack of authenticity. But when you're in your authentic self, you're calm and your nervous system is at ease, and you can let all of that extra stuff that we do and we don't realize we do. We hold ourselves a certain way, our posture, all of these things. It's extra work, it's extra energy. And, it's in the neurodivergent community, they call it masking, but really everybody is masking to some level. So, okay, so I was rambling on there. Um, was it lagging? That's probably on your side, Mark. Or maybe you're talking about my speech. Yeah, I talk slow. It's a journey from ignorance to innocence. Ooh, that's a seductive turn of phrase. Ignorance to innocence. Yeah. Yeah. But that statement that's a very, very deep statement and a process in and of itself to go along that path. Absolutely. So once you take off the mask and you lose the performance and you are your authentic self, yeah, you're in a state of innocence, a state that can truly and authentically interface with this reality from a childlike perspective, because you tap back into source at that point. I think everybody for the most part has that sense that babies are still connected to source, and really we all are. It's just that we veil it. We do the veiling ourselves. We cut ourselves off. And so once we lose the veils and stop the pretense, then we can go back to that childlike self and experience this reality from how it's supposed to be. Okay, Donna Rose Morgan. Hi, welcome to my sunset live. No, it's not an eclipse, it's just a new moon that we're having here, which is slightly behind a cloud a little bit. So it's like a little bit foggy there. It's gorgeous. Oh my God, I love new moons. I love full moons, new moons. An eclipse would be cool. I think so. I think it was a full lunar or solar eclipse this year, but I think it was in the eastern hemisphere. So Rakesh, you didn't tell me whether you saw that eclipse or not, because I think it was directly in your neck of the woods. But I'm gonna leave it there. Do check out that 3-part hypnosis series. That pre-sale link is in the description, along with the free app. And thanks, guys, for hopping in and chatting with me. Rakesh, bravo as usual. I love the questions that I can respond to. We can have go into these deep discussions or whatever. And thank you to everybody who hopped into the chat and shared with the collective consciousness that we're meeting up on in this live. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Good night.